out, especially if marriage isn't immediately on the cards and kids isn't happening, you're not living together, not working together. And I asked a great mate, a fantastic guy, best guy in the world, handsome, eligible, he's been in relationships. I was at his birthday party in a great pub with 200 people, and he said, to me it seems like the couples that stay together are the ones that have some element of codependency. And I thought, wow, yeah. And he said, yeah, the couples that don't have that just don't stay together. And that was really impressive for me. And so we're talking about codependency, not pro-dependency. That's something different. That's when you're reliant on prostitutes. Not the best scene, but probably better than no scene at all. Codependency. So interestingly, when you look this up, it's actually a negative thing when you're too dependent on someone. This idea of being clingy or whatever. But it can be a key thing in your relationship. So what's the first element? First element is sacrifice. Are you sacrificing enough for the relationship to not peter out? And you're living overseas for a while. I saw this all the time where you'd have, one guy or girl that from different countries, and neither was ready to make some effort to live together geographically, not necessarily in the same house, but just have that plan to be in proximity. So there's got to be some sacrifice. The element two is neglect. Again, of course, neglect it usually means a bad thing, but if you're in some new relationship, or if you're in some old relationship, you got to neglect something to keep that relationship happening. You got to put enough effort in the relationship. That's what I'm saying. You might need to neglect work or your study or your finances or whatever. One particular friend, a group of friends, maybe some sort of half romantic interest, whatever. If you're not neglecting anything, chances are there's just no, you're trying to keep everything. That's the problem. Number three is purpose. One thing with these codependencies is that people try to find the meaning of life through someone, and that's where it's a problem. But at the same time, that's kind of what you need for your relationship to not peter out. I mean, are you getting that? Are you learning enough in that relationship? And you should be, that's probably where you're going to start petering out, when you're just thinking, I'm not learning anything here. And that's where traveling can be good. A classic example, Kamala Harris and Willie Brown there. Obviously Harris was learning a lot there. Are you learning a lot? Are you learning enough? Are you learning anything? Because otherwise it's a fucking waste of time. Number four is enabling. Once again, that's usually a bad thing. People enable you to get into crime or take drugs. Your relationship should be enabling you to having a ball. You should be risk-taking and Bonnie and Clyde and us against the world. That's where it's at. Those four things right there.